Hey guys, so I know it's been a while since I posted any videos to this channel. In fact, I think the last video I said it was winter time, and I said I'll get back to it once it turns warm. And it was funny because once it had turned warm, somebody commented, "Hey, it's warm, get back to work." So basically what's happened since that video is I have moved into my first home, which has a shop at it. Normally my shop was outside my home and I have to drive to it. It's right in the back. So I had to move the whole house, or I lived in an apartment before. I had to move that, and I had to move my whole shop. And my shop was actually divided between two other garages because some tools were in like a storage place, and the other set of tools were in, my main shop. So I brought it back, brought everything here, and then after unloading everything, I kind of had to make the shop my own. So I had to, build shelves. I had to find a home for everything because I'm starting from scratch and bring all the big machines over, and it took forever. Then once that was done, my wife and I were really excited about the house, and we want to change this, we want to change that. We're going to be changing things, and next thing I knew, I had a to-do list that was pretty long. And then I've gotten through a lot of it, but not all of it. But I decided I need to get back to the videos because it's actually been a really long time. Now, one of the things that is on my list that I have not done yet is rebuild my foundry. I have the furnace and the fuel tank and everything like that, but I need a enclosure around it. And now that I live at my house, it's in a rural town, but I still have neighbors, and I need to have my foundry, but also make it not look like crap from when you're looking at it from the street. So basically that means enclose it somehow. So to make a long story short, I've decided to just put a fence around an area in the yard, right? The fence will have to be pretty in some way, so I can, just so it looks nice, the deal is probably to have lattice work on the top. So basically this video is, this is kind of like the intro to the foundry rebuild at my house, and I'm kind of throwing my ideas out there, and I want your guys' opinion about all this and what could be good. So let me kind of show you where it's going to be built. So here's the shop from the outside. I got the shed to the right, and then to the right of that I have this big open flat spot in the yard, and it's about 21 feet by 18 feet. I don't know if I need all that space, but the previous owner had a garden here, and so it's flat from when it was a garden. So I'm gonna have to rip up the sod and whatnot, but this is kind of the space where it's gonna be, and next to the shop door right here. So this is kind of like some brainstorming. This is a 18 by 21 foot square, and the initial plan, the tentative plan, and it's to scale, 1 inch is 1 foot. The tentative plan is to have a fence enclosure, and there's going to be a big gate in the front and a little gate on the side, and the shop would be over here, or the shed rather, that you just saw. And this is kind of all my foundry stuff. This is a 10 by 10 sand pit, because the sand pit that I had at my other shop was 10 by 10 feet, and that was plenty fine. We got the bench, oil tank, some space in front of it, shelving, and then the muller, and then all this open space here. If I don't need to use all of this space, it would be better. I don't know if I'm going to use the whole square just so I don't take up a big spot in the yard with this. But this is kind of the plan of how I'm going to go forward. Now I don't know what this is going to have sand in it, and this is where all the casting is going to be. I don't know what's going to go here. I certainly am not going to leave it grass because it's going to grow and stuff. But I could put gravel. But then it's like, should I just make the whole thing sand? Because if I put gravel, I gotta make sure I don't spill anything on the gravel, otherwise it'll blow up, right? So I don't quite know what I'm gonna do in this area, but I'm thinking gravel. Another thing is expense. I'm trying to keep the cost down as much as possible. So this is the initial plan, but I haven't really thought about it a whole lot. As far as the fencing, it's got to look pretty. So I was thinking it's got to look pretty, and it's got to hide things. So I want. Here's the fence. Right. I want this to be 7 feet tall, so it's clear over my head. I want the top to be, and the wife wants the top to be like some kind of lattice work, and then obviously slats down here. Now they do sell sections of this type of fence, but it's only 6 feet tall, which would mean that the lattice work would be down, and I'd always be able to look out, which I guess might be fine, but I just like to be completely enclosed. So I was thinking I get some 10-foot 4x4s, put them in the ground 3 feet. That leaves 7 feet this way. I get some 6-foot stakes or pickets, and build the picket area, and then the extra 1 foot I have up here, put the lattice area. So that's the thing, is that if I wanted to do this, then I would have to build the whole fence and not buy the sections. But from what I hear, the sections are pretty cheap nowadays and aren't built very well. So anyway, that's the plan, or like I said, the tentative plan. And I'm just throwing out these ideas, kind of hoping and expecting and hoping that I hear some things from you guys, because honestly, I'm not crazy about this plan. It doesn't it feels adequate, but it doesn't feel like the best options. So if you guys have any ideas, put them in the comments, and then we're gonna shoot video of me, I guess, making it, which might not be that exciting. Putting up a fence is most of it, and then I guess taking the grass out, and it might not be that exciting, but there'll be some videos regardless. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. So thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.